What's going on, everybody? Welcome to a new video. This is Sunny from personalmasteryquest.com, and today we're going to be doing a Q&A. So a couple of days ago on Instagram, I asked you guys to ask me whatever you wanted. So I got a lot of questions and I'll be answering a few of those in this video. If you don't follow me yet on Instagram, follow me right here at Personal Mastery Quest. I post on there daily. But let's jump right into the Q&A. The first question I actually got from a couple people, and it said, do you read a lot? And what are some of your personal favorite books that you'd recommend? I've actually been wanting to do a video regarding my recommended book list for so long and just never got to it somehow. So this is a perfect opportunity. I'll give you my 6 favorites, and these 6 books have given me a profound change in life. So the first book that completely changed the way I viewed the world was Think and Grow Rich. Like a lot of people, who start with self-betterment, they read this book and everything changes. It was the first book that truly challenged the way that I viewed the world. And that's because before I really had a victim mentality. I thought that success was based on chance. I thought that some people were just born lucky with some crazy awesome abilities and some people just had it come easy to them. But that's not true. And that's something that I learned through this book, that every single person has the same intelligence within them, but we can all tap into this power by changing our mindset. What a lot of people don't actually realize about this book is that this is one of the greatest law of attraction books ever written. And that's how really I got into this whole field. The second book that made a profound shift in my life is 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. And this is when I really started to get into more spiritual teachings. Before it was all about just reading about business and success. Now I started getting into deeper realms of thought and intention. And this book really made me realize in the most simple way possible that there's a lot more at play here than we think. And it really changed my outlook on how I go about life. This book is one of the most simple books ever written. It's written in such simple language, but it really describes how to properly align yourself to the natural laws so that you can thrive without struggling and working incredibly hard. So this really made me realize that it's not all just about hard work and constant action. And it really explained why not everybody who works hard is successful or happy. The third book that I recommend highly is The Power of Now, another popular one, but this is something that I go back to maybe every 2 months, because every single time you read this book, you're going to realize new things that you didn't realize beforehand. So in this book, I realized that there's, unlimited potential inside of you. And then The Power of Now really gives you practical ways to access that unlimited self, to really ground yourself into the present moment where everything is happening rather than always being, caught up in past or future. The next book is The Master Key System by Charles Haanel. And this book is the greatest scientific explanation of all the spiritual laws. And if you're the type of person who has a tough time grasping, spiritual concepts and spiritual teachings and applying them into your life, definitely read this book. It's written in kind of a difficult manner to read. However, it is, it really puts things into perspective for you, especially if you're really based on science and you need to see scientific evidence for all of these things that happen in the spiritual world. The 5th book is my favorite, Reality Transurfing, hence all the videos on this channel. And this is really a monster. This is 5 books put into one, and this book completely changed everything for me. It was just like the next level in my evolution. I truly think that reality transurfing is one of the easiest ways to live your life, minimize your problems, and set yourself up for success, set yourself up to achieve whatever you want to achieve. And at the same time, it really helps you realize your higher self, realize your true power that lies within. The 6th book I'm actually reading right now, and it is called Autobiography of a Yogi. And I heard that this book was Steve Jobs' favorite book. He would read it every single year. And it was the only book that he had in his iPad. And this book will change what you think is possible. Now, if I read this same book a year ago, I probably wouldn't take it seriously. But this has really stretched my imagination and taught me the extent of what is possible in this world. But it's an incredible book. I'm learning new things every single day, still just halfway through. So if you want to challenge your worldview and really expand what you consider possible for yourself, this is a great book to buy. So those were my 6 books. What I do want to say is that it's not about how much you read or how many books you read. It's truly about what you actually learn that you apply into your life. Your mind can understand concepts. It's not that difficult. You can read something and really just understand it. But do you know it? Is it real for you? Have you internalized the concepts? Have you applied them into your life? I see people all the time just reading and watching YouTube videos, TED Talks, all these different things, and they're really just overloading on information, and they understand these concepts. They're like, okay, this is great, this makes sense, but they don't apply anything into their life. Now, is that really doing you any benefit? You might get a boost of positivity by watching or reading these amazing things, but is it real for you in your experience? Are you making it real? Are you making it happen? You can read only one book, but if you really apply everything from that book into your life, then that one book could be your treasure. But you could read 100 books and apply nothing into your life and still be where you were before. So again, it's not about how much you read, it's about what you apply. So now moving on to the next question. Many self-help books like The Secret and Abraham Hicks are big on intention and mindset, however, give little on taking the next steps. It's not enough to think and feel as though the goal is already obtained. At some point, you have to get up and take action. Was looking for some advice on how to bring that which you want into your life. I totally agree. There's a lot of philosophy that goes around, but little on what to actually do. And this is where I think reality transurfing discusses it really well. This is what you need to do. First, choose a goal that you truly think will make you happy. And then once you have chosen the goal, you have run the scenario in your mind and set the intention to achieve it, think of a pathway that you can take towards that goal. This could be anything, any action that you can start taking today, start taking right now, that can help you get there. Just say, for example, you want to be a movie star, you want to be a big actor. Now you can create a pathway to that goal. You can say that, okay, I will practice acting for 2 hours a day. And then I will do 10 auditions a month. And I will hire an acting instructor. And you could just create a path where you are taking action that is getting you closer and closer and closer to the goal. What the next steps are is really up to you. What action do you think will help you get there? But the first thing you need to do is pick a goal, then create a pathway to that goal. Think of what could possibly help you get there. And then once you have set the intention, simply start placing one foot in front of the other. When you wake up with the intention of moving closer towards your goal today. And any action that you take throughout the day, it can be anything. Take it with the intention that you are getting closer to your goal. At the end of the day, always keep in mind that it's not necessarily the action that achieves the result, it's the intention. So next question. How to not feel stuck in life? Nice and simple. So if you feel stuck in life, it most likely means that you are not on the right path which is meant for you. Or you might not be pursuing your heart's true goal. And I did a whole in-depth video on this. You can check that out up here by clicking the link. If you picked a goal based on money, if you picked a goal based on your family's expectations, or to help somebody else, or to catch up with your friends who are, just say 25 and they have all this success, so why don't I have this success? Those kind of goals are always false goals. Here's what you need to do. You have to pick a goal that is a true interest of yours, a lifestyle that you want to live, right? Something that you want to be doing every single day that will make your life a continual holiday. When you are pursuing a false goal, happiness always lies just around the corner. But when you are pursuing your true goal, even if you are not just achieving your goal right now, right here, you are still happy. Happiness comes from the unfoldment of your true goal. But if you are on a false goal, you never feel that happiness. Happiness is always just on the other end of the goal. And if you are chasing any type of money, any type of titles, this will always be the case. You'll always have that next level that you're like, okay, if I achieve that, then I'll be happy. But it is all an illusion. On your true path, the real path meant for you, the path of your heart's true desire, the path of least resistance, happiness is right here, right now, in the present moment. So in order to not feel stuck, do something that you love rather than doing something for either money or for, societal expectations, or to, be on the same level as your friends. Next question. How can you tell someone they're special if they don't think that about themselves? How to change their thoughts? This is a tricky situation always. You can tell a person a million times how much they mean to you or how special they really are and how amazing their attributes are. But if they don't think that about themselves, then none of those compliments will make any impact on them. And this is usually because of a poor self-image that is programmed within their minds throughout childhood. So this is something that's the case for a lot of people. Just say, for example, a kid got made fun of in his childhood for having slightly big ears, and that he started hating that quality about himself. And for years and years and years, he just always focused on his ears being ugly and other people making fun of them. So he created that really negative self-image about himself, and now he's very insecure about them. And you look at him now and you don't even really think there's anything crazy wrong. It's just maybe his ears are slightly bigger than normal, but it's not holding him back in any way. And even if you try to tell him that, he won't really listen to you, because in his mind he perceives his reality as him having ginormous ears, and nothing will change until his self-image starts to shift. So really, you can't change anybody's self-image, and neither should you try. We always try to change other people, but you have to understand that everybody is going through an individual evolution, and it's best to let people go through their evolution unless they ask you for help. So don't try to intrude on their evolution, otherwise you're actually doing them a disservice. You're straying them off of their own individual path just because of your own selfishness. Realize that there's no such thing as good or bad, and allow them to go through this low energy situation to emerge into their new higher self where they have overcome this issue. And that's a journey that they need to make for themselves personally. The next question is, I get impatient even though I consciously work not to be impatient, but at times I fail. Any tips around how to control this emotion regularly? So I talked about impatience in one of my recent videos, and this is truly the emotion that holds most people back. If you're feeling impatient, it means you are not present. You are either thinking about the past or you're thinking about possible scenarios of the future. Nonetheless, there's a stream of thought activity that is going round and round in your mind, and you are not present enough to observe that thought. Instead, you are just submerged within it. And this means that you are not consciously creating your own reality. Reality is being created for you by default. So what you need to do to get rid of impatience is to come back into the present moment. Realize that when that stream of thought is going on and on and on, that mental movie, you are deeply asleep. And you are not controlling anything that is going on around you. So come back, ground yourself into the present moment, and simply just be for a while, right? Observe your breath, feel the ground beneath your feet, feel the inner energy of your body. Start to observe your thoughts and what's going on around you. Feel the breeze on your face. Really heighten your perception of what is happening right here, right now. And what you'll notice is in that moment, there is no desire, there's no impatience, there's no negativity, there's nothing other than just your presence. And the more you are in that state, the more you will be connected to your real higher self. And that is your way out of all these negative emotions. That is your way out of impatience. So guys, those are all the questions that I have time for today. If you want to ask me anything, and you can really ask me anything, just put that in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up and share this video with a friend who would also find it helpful. If you would like to work with me one-on-one, you can now get coached by me. The link for that is in the description box below. Other than that, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video.